feeling deep inside. Don't get bitter, just get better. Got my family by my side. Don't get bitter, just get better. Talking with Tammy's the vibe. Don't get bitter, just get better. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. The feeling deep inside. Don't get bitter, just get better.
Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Talking with Tammy show. Yes, it's been a while since I've been on, but I have to tell you, I didn't quit because I never quit and I never give up. Just had some things going on that kind of stood in the way, but I'm back. And the reason I'm back is because this is what I'm passionate about. Talking with Tammy is a show that lets me talk with you all about things that I've experienced or that I've learned, and I want to share them. You know, sometimes we know things and we don't share them. And so, what good is knowledge if it's not shared? And so, that's what the Talking with Tammy show is all about. So, today, what I'm going to talk about is just understanding and knowing your limit. Understanding and knowing your limit. And I must say also that I'm addressing people just like myself. I am no different from anybody else. The things that I'm talking about or that I have talked about is things that I've experienced or I haven't experienced because I learned before I had to experience it. So I knew not to cross that path. But what I'm doing today is just addressing things that we should understand, and then we should know the limit and we should do better. So the first thing I want to talk about is listen, you will never, ever, ever be able to get away from the negativity. Never. I don't care who it is and how hard you try. You'll never be able to get away from it. You just have to know how to deal with it. And so the first thing I want to talk about is just wake up every day asking yourself, how can I make a difference? If that difference that you want to make means avoiding people that are always negative or that never have anything good to say, then do that. Avoid them. But just ask yourself, how can I make a difference? And then you work on making a difference. If it's helping an older person pick up something from the store because they can't drive anymore, then do it. If there's somebody negative that you run into and you just have avoided them, well, maybe take a minute and say something positive to them. Ask them why they're always negative. But you have to wake up each day saying, how can I make a difference? Okay? Now, today's show is not going to be long at all. There are some things I just have on my heart that I want to share with you all because I have been gone, but now I'm back. And I just want to put these things out there because as I've been going around the last few days, this is a holiday season. And I see people out there, and I'm hoping that they have the right idea in mind that this is the Christmas season. This is what we celebrate as Jesus' birthday. And so don't try to overdo it by trying to impress people and buying all these elaborate things or all these gifts to see who can buy the most or who can spend the most or who's going to have the most presents up under the Christmas tree or who's going to have the most lights outside their yard. Just enjoy yourself and do it from your heart. Don't compete with anybody. Don't do that. You know, I've learned a long time ago that when it's all said and done, it doesn't matter. That's not what's going to get you into heaven when your judgment day is come. Okay? So just make sure that you're aware of that. Okay? But wake up every day trying to make a difference. And the second thing is make a decision to handle your obligations and your responsibilities. You know, again, I share these things with you as experience because I had to learn that there are things that should take priority over other things. And so now that I know this in my profession, you know, I did the law enforcement for 34 years, okay? And then I went into financial services. And so as I'm talking with people and meeting with people and getting licensed and learning how these things should work, I am also learning how to put things in order and prioritize the right things, do them first, and let the other things wait. So make sure that you're handling your obligations and your responsibilities first. Don't go out and take your money and spend it on something when you have not taken care of your needs, okay? Needs, a place to stay, clothing on your back, and also food on the table. Those are priorities that we have to do so that way we can function to do all the other things. I can't go to the department store if I don't have any clothing to put on my back. I can't function day after day if I'm hungry and I never have anything to drink, or never have anything to eat. Okay? I can't function if I don't have a place to shower and change clothing and get me a good night's sleep. You can't do those things properly, you know. So if you're not able to do those things properly, then you're not able to do much else. So make sure that you're handling the obligations and the responsibilities as a priority first, and then go and do things that are not so important, things that you enjoy doing after you've enjoyed taking care of what has to be taken care of first. You know, that's what I would say to you. Don't compete. Don't listen to other people. Set your mind at what you need to do for you and your family, and then go do it. And then you'll know within your heart that you've done what you needed to do before you go out and play with the friends or hang out. Okay? The next thing is, I want you to care about people, care about what's happening in the world, but don't get so consumed with it that it drains you and that you forget that, hey, there are things I can change and there are things that I can't change. And so we have to be able to separate the two and know the difference, and not, just exhaust yourself trying day after day to change things that you cannot change. Some people, unfortunately, are always going to be negative. You can say something to them, you can smile, you can speak to them, you can do things that you hope would change them, but some people are not going to change. So there are things you can't change. You can't change how long that traffic light is going to stay on red when you're in a rush. So guess what? Pack your patience and wait until the light turns green. So there are things that you cannot change in this life. But what I want you to do is care, okay? I care about people. But don't get consumed about things that you cannot change. Accept it, move on, and be the best person that you can be. Be the best person that you can be. If you're smiling and you look at someone, they don't smile back, smile anyway. If you're meeting someone and you want to say good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to them, say it. They don't have to say it back. You do it anyway. So just keep moving. If there are some things in your life that you want to do, the whole world doesn't have to know about it. If it's in your heart and you feel that the Lord has laid it in your heart to do it, then do it. The whole world doesn't have to know. You don't have to try to impress anybody. Just go do what you feel that is, designed for you to do. That's a part of your destiny that higher being has told you to do. And then you will get it done. And don't worry about approval. Don't worry about a pat on the back. Don't worry about recognition. Just do what you know you want to do, especially if it's the right thing. Okay? And then here's the other thing. As we go in this life, we're learning. Some of us learn when we're young, and some of us learn as we get older, and some of us learn things after we're older, over 50 even. The only thing that I want to say to you about that is this. It doesn't matter how old you are. When you learn it, when you know better, you do better. I repeat that. When you know better, you do better. I don't care what it is. I've always been taught to respect older people. And so I'm going to say that to you all as well. Even if an older person may seem out of line, get away from them. Walk away from them. Give them that respect if you can, and just get away from it. Get out of their environment. There are things that we can't change, but don't put more of a damper on your life and more of retribution coming to you because of other people's actions. You can't change people, so don't try. Just accept it and decide if you're going to deal with them or if you're not. If that person's going to be taken out of your circle of friends or not. That's the only thing that you can control. God gives us the people He wants us to control, to raise, and to, put our life experiences into, build that family tree, whatever it might be. He gives us those people. And sometimes we try to bring people into our lives that God didn't put in our lives. He gives us who He wants us to have. And sometimes we try to bring people into our lives and it doesn't work out. And sometimes it hurts really bad because I've been there. I'm speaking from experience. You want to love people. You want to treat people like they're your own. You want to be around people. But then there are things that lets you know that person doesn't want to be bothered with you. They don't want to be a part of your life. So I would say when a person show you who they are believe them. And do not consume yourself, make yourself miserable every day, trying to force yourself onto people or things that are just not meant to be. So care, but don't consume yourself. And when you know better, you do better. As we learn, we should start making some changes to do things better than what we did before when we didn't know. Okay? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That's the same thing in relationships. When you have experienced it over and over and over again, you try to make changes, you try to figure out what's happening, and you keep getting the same results, the same feedback over and over again. I don't mean one time or two times, I mean over and over again. Then that lets you know that, hey, it's time to let that go and let God fix it if it's meant to be. And so when you know better, you do better. The other thing is able to understand that you would never, ever, ever please everyone. Let me repeat that. I don't care how good you try to be, how polite you try to be, how helpful you try to be, you will never, ever, ever please everybody. So stop trying when you see that this person is resisting everything, this person never has anything good to say. When you are reaching out and you're trying to build a relationship or be positive and you're not getting that same response back or you're being ignored, accept that and just move on. Because I don't care if you are 8 or 88, life is short. Let me repeat that. I don't care if you're 8 years old or 88 years old, life is short. Because when it's our time to go, none of us are ever ready. We're not ready. We want more time with our family. We want more time with our loved ones. But we all have to go. And so whenever that time is, our loved ones don't want to see us go. We can be 88 years old, and they're going to have a fit just like they would if we were 8 years old. So life is short. Love those who you want to love, even if it has to be done from a distance. Some things you just can't change. So understand that you will never, ever, ever please everyone. Even if you've done something wrong and you've tried to apologize, they may or may not accept it. Even if you haven't done anything, people will find a reason to be upset or to be mad or to be distant. Accept it and move on. You will never, ever, ever please everyone. Because guess what? If you're good, someone's going to say you're bad. And if you're bad, somebody's going to say you're good. I read something on one of my son's shirts the other day, and it really, really made me think. And it is so true. And it said something like this. When you do something good, nobody remembers. But when you do something bad, everybody remembers. And when I read that, I started thinking about the news, how people talk, and the things that I've noticed in life is that, yes, good stuff, they'll talk about it for a minute. Bad stuff, they talk about it forever. It keeps coming up over and over and over again. So that shirt, when I read it on my son's chest the other day, I'm like, that is so true. And so that also gave me more confirmation about what I'm talking about today. You will never please everybody. I don't care how hard you try. I don't care who it is. Family member, co-worker, ex, present, it does not matter. Friend, family, you'll never please everybody. You can try. But once you see that, you're at wit's end, and that's a mute cause, then you have to decide when you're going to walk away from it. So remember, if it's good, someone's going to say it's bad. If it's bad, someone's going to say it's good. So you have to remember that within here, if you feel that it's right, and you know that it's okay with the man upstairs, then you're doing the right thing, okay? I just want you all to know that. I love this show because I like getting information out. And like I always say, I'm not perfect because this show also helps me be what I talk about. It helps me to lead by the example, that what I'm teaching on, I should be living and making sure I'm trying to continue to live that life. I talk about becoming debt free in my professional life. And so I had to be that in order for me to tell others they should be that. I try to talk to people like I want to be spoken to. I don't curse. I don't like being cursed at. So I have to make sure that I'm living the example that I want other people to live. I don't drink. I have nothing against anybody who does, but I'm just saying for me, I don't drink. And so I have to understand that when I tell people, oh, you shouldn't drink and drive, then hey, I can't be out there drinking and driving. And so I try to live the life that I share with other people, not perfect by a long shot. So please don't take this to say that, because I have a lot of shortcomings. I have a lot of things I'm working on. And so I want you all to pray for me just as I pray for you all. And we all work on getting better together. Okay? Pray for direction and guidance every day. That's what I do. Not perfect, just want to be pleasing to the Almighty and to get better every day as I go along. And then, before I close up, because I'm not going to be here long, do what you know is right. Just do what you know is right. If you have that mindset, then you know you're going to have a good life. Accept things you cannot change and change things you can. I'm trying not to get emotional, so I'm going to end the call here to say, go be the best person that you can be. Be the best person that you can be. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. And ask to be treated the way you want to be treated. And if that's not happening, then you have to make a decision to separate yourself from that. We are truly blessed. We are truly blessed. And when we realize that, we should be a blessing to others. Because the more you give and bless others, the more the Lord will give and bless you. So, like I said, I wasn't going to have a long show today. I just want to tell you that this show was understanding and knowing your limit. What can I do? What can I not do? What can I change? What can't I change? But at the end of the day, be the best person that you can be. Be the best person that you can be. None of us are perfect. None of us ever will be perfect. But you have to have it in here that I'm trying every day. I'm asking for forgiveness for my shortcomings and things that I may do that's not appropriate. I have done some things in the past that were inappropriate, but I know better now, so I'm doing better. I pray for my family, my friends, and the world. And then I leave it up to God to have His will done. And so I'm going to wrap up the Talking with Tammy show for this month, and I will be back. I thank you all for waiting on me to come back. I thank you all for listening, for those of you who are listening. I thank you all who are texting me about being on the show. Please reach out to me, because I do want you to be a guest on the show. If there's anybody out there who want to be a guest on the show, please give me a call. Give me a call. My number is 561-723-9420. 561-723-9420. That's my cell phone number for my Talking with Tammy show. Give me a call and let's get you on the show if you have something that you want to share. But remember, the Talking with Tammy show is positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. So I want to just say to my family, my friends, and especially my children out there, happy holidays to you. Be safe, be smart, be considerate, and be grateful, because any day on this side of the grass is a blessing. So you all take care. I appreciate you all for plugging in and listening. I will be back next month with the January Talking with Tammy show, and I will let you all know what date that will be on my social media pages. So please like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, check me out on Instagram, and I will continue to come back to you with positive vibes only, positive information. And I want all of you to be successful, to set goals and follow your dreams. You know, I started off young as a mother, but I was determined to show my children that I had you because I wanted to. And I will do my best to be the best mom that I can be and to give you the best life. So make up your mind what you want to do and go do it. So, with that being said, you all be safe. Happy holidays to you. God bless you. And I will see you on the next Talking with Tammy show. Live with Tammy. God bless you.